What is going on, everyone? It is me, LoneVaultWanderer, hosting the H.A.M Radio Podcast in the absence of Maddie and Noah. If you still don't know who I am, I'm pretty much the Australian dude on YouTube that also makes Fallout 4 videos. And today we have two guests. Did you want to introduce yourselves?
Rachel.
Hi, my name is Rachel, and I like to party.
She said it.
Wrong as well.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Nova, you have to follow that up, man.
I'm Nova. I too also like to party and am a
Liar.
hit guest on the celebrity show, Hollywood Stars and Celebrities.
Oh my
Do
God,
they know
that's you.
things? No, they don't. Let's find out.
He's Australian too, so this podcast is instantly more Australian. I love it.
Welcome to the Australian cast.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
so diverse. 2 Australians and a Canadian.
Oh god,
That's
that
the
sounds.
start of a bad joke.
I was gonna say it's start of a
Yeah.
bad sitcom.
What would it be
Best
called?
sitcom.
The maple syrup and kangaroos.
Something to do with
Yeah.
maple syrup and
I'll
kangaroos.
come in riding my polar bear.
Exactly. Alrighty, so we're going to have some great banter in this podcast, I can tell. Alright, so we're going to start with the Bethesda news. Of course, it's full of Fallout 4 news. So the first news is that Bethesda has revealed their post-launch plans for Fallout 4. With it, they revealed that there will be free updates adding new features just like they did in Skyrim. And mods will also be coming to all consoles, including PS4, which we kind of knew already.
Yes.
And we are going to be getting a Season Pass. Now, I know that this is an uncomfortable topic, but we'll get into it. The Season Pass is $30 and gives a $10 discount. I believe that's just the US price, though, with the promise of including a similar amount of DLC that games such as Oblivion, Fallout 3, and Skyrim had received. All DLC received after that would be free for Season Pass owners. What do we think of the Season Pass, first of all?
I'm fine with it because with Skyrim, I waited until the Legendary Edition actually released to get the DLC.
Yeah,
So if I get the Season Pass, I don't have to wait.
exactly.
I'm fine with it because Bethesda has a good track record besides the fucking horse armor.
We're joking about that. They should have Brahmin armor instead.
Can't even ride them, you just have the armor.
It just looks super cool.
It
But
just works. Thanks, Todd Howard.
thanks, Todd Howard. I wish I had that as my message tone. It just works. It would make me smile every time. The thing with the Season Pass is that I'm not necessarily against it because, first of all, it's not like $65 like Call of Duty was for us anyways. We don't know the Australian price, Nova, so we can't judge. But it's like Bethesda with their DLC. They usually release 4 DLC, and now they're just doing it in a Season Pass format with a $10 discount. Not everyone's getting unique, DLC from that. It's just a discounted thing of the things that they usually do. That's why I'm okay with it. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion. Like, I don't know what the Canadian price is going to be, but I'm sure it's not
damn
going to be that
Canadians.
bad.
Surely it's not that different.
Our economy is not that great right now. Like,
You
to be
go out and
honest.
have a look.
I don't know.
Is there much difference between like just American and I should say the United States and Canadian prices for games or anything like that?
Our regular price for Fallout 4 is $79.99, I think, for the regular edition.
So we have 90.
So I don't know what it is in the States.
So States is 60, I think. Then that's...
Yeah, so we're like 80. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
It's gone up. Like, before it used to be 60, and now it's 80. That's how shitty our economy is now. So
Welcome to the club.
they call Canadian dollar the Northern Peso.
We've been dealing with this shit for so long in Australia. I mean, there was one time where, actually, the last Call of Duty game I bought was $110. $110! And that was when the US dollar and the Australian dollar were the same. So there was no fucking reason for them to be charging that amount. But besides the point...
I see your first problem with that situation. You bought Call of Duty.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm glad I don't play that game.
I used to love Call of Duty. But hopefully we don't pay too much more in places like Australia or Canada. I was about to say Canada, Rachel. Don't get offended if I do.
Canada. My God.
But yeah, so I think the moral of the story is it's not too much different to what Bethesda usually does. They have a good track record. Hopefully they won't fuck us over. So yeah, everyone
I
relax.
I don't think they're gonna fuck us over. I think people panic way too easily
Yeah, definitely.
in this community.
Yep. Well, even with games like Deus Ex, with the debacle that they had recently, which it was pretty much, if global pre-orders get up to a certain tier, then more exclusive content will unlock for everyone. It was just this kind of backwards system. And put it this way, Bethesda's not doing that. They're actually doing the right thing. So,
what if that's what they announce next?
Oh no! Don't get into it, Nova.
Todd Howard's usually been pretty honest and upfront about these things, so I don't think they'd try to pull some weird shady thing like that.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Matty has some attraction to him.
I know Matty has his thing with him. I agree 100%. I do the fuck out of Todd Howard.
We're getting honest.
Yeah, honest opinions here at H.A.M Radio. I love the image. Matty has like a little Todd Howard shrine in his cupboard. Candles.
He opens it every night before he goes to bed.
I dream about Todd Howard.
It was funny. Matty's going to be re-listening to this podcast just for the banter, because I told him there would be a lot of banter. So, hi Matty, how you going? Hope you enjoy.
Love you.
Hey, Matty, why the fuck aren't you here?
I know, right? So literally, we're used to Noah missing the podcast because he has work, and that's an understandable reason. And then Matty's like, "Oh, hey Lone, I'm not going to be here for the podcast, but we'll still put it up on my channel." I'm like, "Are you serious?" I'm hosting the podcast. No, I didn't ask. I was like, you know what? I want to take advantage of this, host the podcast, and I think we can have fun. So,
yeah,
exactly. Alrighty,
slow down there, Rachel. Too much fun there.
Yeah, Rachel, stop partying.
Oh, sorry.
This
I
is
didn't
not
know
a
what kind
party,
of party
Rachel.
this was.
Anyway, so we got the next piece of news. Bethesda has begun releasing the special videos that they're pretty much educational videos that describe the special attributes in the system, and they've started with strength. Now, Rachel, have you watched the strength video yet or not?
I have watched it.
Cool. What are your opinions on that?
I thought it was so cute, and
I agree.
Yeah.
It was just it made me real happy. Because, it was a lot of stuff that we already knew about strength, but they're brilliant at advertising. Bethesda's just great.
They're doing such a fantastic job, and it's that kind of 1940s theme to it. It really does top it off. Like, you're watching like an old TV set, and the voice is really like washed out and old-timey. So I really like that unique touch on it.
It reminded me of the Fallout 3, like the live action trailer that they did.
Yeah.
Right one?
Yep, I remember that.
Little section of it just made me really happy. And I had the same feeling with this. It was just...
Exactly.
It was real good.
Nova, what do you think?
I liked how it was like the theme, like the actual animation was all Disney-like.
Yep.
It was all like, it's like, oh, a super mutant. He's going to be goddamn adorable. Look at his little smile.
I saw a comment. I think it was on your video alone. Somebody was like, "Oh, Bethesda should make like a cartoon with the Vault Boy," and I think that would be a fucking brilliant idea.
That would be really smart, like a fully fledged 20 to 30 minute cartoon.
Yeah.
They have such a cute charm to it. I don't know what it is. Like this terrible world of Fallout that's just been ravaged by war. And it's the Vault Boy with his smiling face.
But he's just so happy.
It's like the only thing stopping you going like, oh god, this game's depressing. The end of the world. Smiling little dancing boy.
So long as the Vault Boy is smiling on my Pip-Boy, we can all be happy. Even though everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so any remaining thoughts on the special video, the strength video?
They didn't really show much. Like, you didn't know.
Pretty much.
Actually, wait. One thing I really hope they put in the game now is paddles, like the paddle with the ball on it as a weapon.
That has to be a weapon now. I will be upset if that is not a weapon. Because it's like, don't use a paddle. I'm like, I'll fuck the shit out of people with that paddle. Thank you very much.
Add barbed wire to that ball. It's all good. You can customize it.
That's what we should do. Customize the paddle so it has barbed wire. That is awesome.
Yeah.
You know what?
Also, I like the way they did the new perks in there when they did the cuts to all of the different things. That was real
So that was interesting to me. When I first watched that, I thought, like, the video was obviously intentionally glitching out, and I wasn't sure whether the perks that they were showing were part of the special attribute, because it kept jumping around. I'm like, really? Creating unique weapons is part of strength? That it seemed odd to me. But
yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I think the general thinking now is that they are part of strength. So we're going to be seeing some different perks under random parts of this special attributes that, I don't know, it just didn't fit for me personally. I don't know what you guys think.
Maybe, like, because we haven't seen it, maybe it's just, like, weapons that are unique to strength.
Like melee weapons?
Yeah. I don't think you'd be making guns and strength, but...
Yeah, it's weird. Like, surely strength, perception would be more appropriate for that, maybe, or even intelligence. Yeah. But strength.
Or what if it's like you need some strength to like handle the heavy weapons?
I think that's
like
definitely gonna be something. Yeah, rocket sledge. Holy shit! We didn't know. I didn't know personally that was actually a rocket-powered sledge. That's the right way, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did this guy just completely obliterate into fucking nothingness? It's just blood everywhere. And then you pause the video and you see the rocket at the end of it. You're like, yep, that's gonna do it.
Yeah.
I love if that's like a vehicle you can ride as well. You just like hop on it and go away on your rocket sled.
Oh, no. Do you know what would be cool? If we had like an actual car or something and you just slam people with a rocket sledge as you're driving by like you do with a letterbox.
Oh, God. Wait for that mod to come out.
I'm so sadistic.
It's been placed. It has to be made.
Hold on. All right, so Immersive Farts is actually a mod.
Yeah.
Last week on the podcast, we talked about... Well, Noah said Immersive Farts when I tried to get him to say Immersive HUD, and then Gopher's like, oh my God, it's going to be a mod now. I didn't think that was going to happen. It's actually a mod. Someone created Immersive Farts. What is wrong with you people?
I saw that before I watched the podcast. I was like, oh... What's this? Then watch the podcast. Oh dear God, Noah.
It's just like was it rule 32 of the internet?
Oh,
if it exists, there's porn for it. If you say it on the podcast, there's a mod for it.
So that means we're going to be getting a paddle with barbed wire on it. We're going to be getting a vehicle where you can fucking smack people with the rocket sledge. This is going to be fun. Every week we should come up with a suggestion for a new mod and see if someone makes it or not.
Yes. One of my other ones was to make the dog more realistic. I tweeted about this a long time ago. I thought it would be real funny if the dog like just stopped mid-adventure to like lick itself like a real dog would.
or like take a piss.
Like, Dogby, what the fuck are you doing? We gotta go. And it's like, no, I gotta lick my balls, man.
Or if you like just like sit down somewhere, he just starts licking himself and just taking a shit.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, it's just like a real dog.
That's actually not a bad idea because no one in the Fallout universe goes to the toilet. Isn't that a weird thing?
Yeah.
I don't want that to be a thing.
Nova,
I mean, it would be kind of funny if you walk in and they're just like, what the hell are you doing? just looting some stim packs.
Someone's sitting on the toilet and you're trying to be really careful not to drink the toilet water.
Oh God! Just head through their lap.
It's like the hardcore mode is like your bladder meter is getting real high. You gotta go take a piss.
That should be a thing. If we're gonna have sleep meters or even hunger meters, we need to have a go to the toilet meter straight away. Oh, that's excellent. Alrighty, so moving on before we keep bantering. So apparently Corsair has created a beautiful Fallout 4 PC tower. I saw this. This looks really cool, but it's another one of those things where you must be really rich to buy one of these things. There have been so many unique creations with any video games, people creating these awesome towers that are based or themed on video games. And I thought this was really cool. I'm not sure if you guys have actually seen it yet. I'm trying
to look it up.
It's awesome. It's awesome. But that's not the first one. There's also one where it's like a Pip-Boy themed. I think it was a fan-made creation, but I'm just looking at my PC. It's just this black box, and I feel so disappointed. People are having these Pip-Boy and Fallout 4, remade PC towers. It's pretty cool.
There's a lot of them. I just went on to Google Images. There's like a lot of people did like Vault 101 ones as well.
Yeah.
Look real good.
Wish I had the
money. They make me feel so dirty.
Dirty?
I'm like, I look at mine, and it is actually just a big black box. My computer is called Chumpkins, and she is beautiful.
Hold on. You've named your PC
Of course
Chumpkins.
I have. Yeah.
That is all right, and it's a girl, right? Chumpkins is a girl.
It doesn't tie itself to a single gender. Oh
Oh,
my God,
okay, so
Lauren.
gender
Stop
fluid.
being.
Gender fluid.
Check your privilege.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
gender
fuck,
fluid
gotta
is
be
the correct
understanding.
word. Yeah.
It actually identifies itself as a wolf.
So identifies itself as a woman, but
A wolf.
a wolf. Okay, all right. Now we're getting somewhere. Is there a special term for that too, Nova? I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but it's called. I don't want to say anything. This is the internet, and I'm going to get death threats. Oh no! Let's continue.
We will continue. Moving on to the next one. So, I don't know if you guys have seen this as well, but there were some Fallout 4 retro remake pictures. Essentially, a game designer known by Christopher Bischoff took Fallout 4 and recreated it with isometric screenshots, which pretty much enticed old school fans, and it looked like a revamped Wasteland 2 or Fallout 1 if you guys have played those games. And it just gives us a look of what Fallout could be today if Bethesda didn't take it in the first person or first person / third person perspective that it is now. I don't know if you guys have seen these pictures, but I think it brings up a interesting discussion in and of itself. What would you think of Fallout if it was still a top-down isometric game?
I'd probably
Definitely
not be
just
interested
looked it
in
up,
it.
and it looks freaking cool.
It looks cool, doesn't it?
It looks
It
cool,
looks
but
really cool.
Nova, you wouldn't play it?
no, I've halfway through Fallout 1 at the moment. I'm like, but it's like that really loses me. I don't enjoy playing it in that mode. Like I'm playing it because I'm like, I love Fallout. Gotta keep going through it.
You got to be a true fan of the Fallout series.
I'm obviously
Yeah, if you don't play
fake
them.
fan.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
You should not call yourself a Fallout fan if you have not played Fallout 1 and 2. Well, obviously being facetious.
Check your privilege.
Guys, I haven't played them.
There you go. And I've played halfway through Fallout 1. And here's the thing, right? So, with Fallout 3, it completely changed the dynamic of Fallout. Yes, it's Fallout 3, and there were previous 2 ones, but it changed the way the game looks, the way it feels, the way it presents itself. Everything is different. It's still like an open world game, but it's a first / third person game. It's no longer top down isometric. Some people just don't like that top down feel and perspective of games. I sure as hell didn't, because I don't come from a PC background. So I've never played a game like Fallout 1 or even like Wasteland. Not that they're bad games, but people have different preferences. So when we got into the Fallout series, it was for a lot of people with Fallout 3 or maybe with New Vegas. And if that's the game that we fell in love with, who's to say that we're not a true fan if we haven't played those older games, which are quite dated at this stage and might not appeal to our preferences? I don't know what you guys think.
I agree with that. Even though, I mean, the only reason that I haven't really played them is, well, there's a few reasons. Because I haven't had time recently. I want to end up playing them. I'm not like, oh, I hate that style of game. I'm going to end up playing them at some point. But like the reason I haven't played them is because, I started out with Fallout 3. I got into gaming quite late in my life. So like I was introduced to Fallout through an ex-boyfriend of mine. And that's how I got into it. Like that's just what happened. And I love it. And now I play all sorts of games. So like now I'm going into all different stuff and I would love to play them, but that's why I haven't played them. Doesn't mean I wouldn't enjoy them.
Yep. Nova, what do you think?
Yeah. I also remember when they first released the there was like when they had the rumors about Fallout 4 and there was that one woman it was obviously bullshit, but she's like, I work at Bethesda and they're gonna put this mode in Fallout 4. I'm like, no, they're not. There's no way.
Pete Hines is my neighbor. I hate seeing comments like that. I really do.
Pete Hines babysitted my daughter once. Me and her besties.
Exactly. I don't know how many people are trolling when they say things like that. For the most part, I hope. But they're like, my cousin's brother's wife's son's twice removed niece is actually
took a taxi.
My dad works at Bethesda, and he told me this was gonna happen.
The amount of posts on YouTube and Reddit and everywhere that are like that, it's so funny. And sometimes people get really creative with it, and you think, you must be trolling right now, right?
But the sad thing is that people fall for it.
I know.
People fall for it all the time.
Imagine the one person who isn't lying. Yeah, no, I was like being like, no, you don't, you liar.
So I'm actually Todd Howard's son. Leave me alone, guys.
Todd Howard Jr.
Yeah.
First words, it just works. Oh,
It just my first words were, "It just works." I swear.
No, it's first words where you see that mountain, you can climb it.
Yeah. I love how Todd Howard, every time there's a new game release, he has a new phrase. Does he do it intentionally, or is it kind of like a subconscious thing?
I think he's just a charismatic guy who just says what's on his mind.
Yep. Because I was making a video for I made a top 5 Fallout 4 features video, and no joke, I rewatched the entire E3 conference. I lost count as to the number of times he said, "It just works," and it just works. I'm like, thanks, Todd.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, we'll see.
Yeah.
And it even got to
every time you reach like something, you just hear him in your game just going, "It just works."
Well, imagine how many people are gonna be like calling him on that shit when there are like the glitches that Bethesda games always have, and that's why we love them.
Yep.
But people are gonna be like, "You told me it just works, Todd.
This doesn't just work, Todd." No, you know what?
So
There's going to be a mod now, which is going to be like every once in a while you have like a soft whisper in your earbuds. It just works. Todd Howard's
All
voice.
it is Fleetwood Mac, Tell Me Lies, playing in the background.
Yeah. That's excellent. What were we talking about again? We've really deviated, haven't we?
I don't know.
Remake of Fallout.
That's right.
No, top down.
Yeah. So Nova, did we get your thoughts on? Yeah.
I probably wouldn't play it with that. I don't like the top down. The only game I do enjoy that in is XCOM.
Oh, we're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, XCOM 2 we're talking about, not the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
mad at that game for a number of reasons. First of all, there was a teaser earlier. I think it was this year.
It was like Bioshock.
I thought it was Bioshock, and they're like,
I'm so disappointed.
Like, nah, bruh, it's actually XCOM 2. I'm like, what the fuck is XCOM 2? I wanted more Bioshock. Anyways, we'll talk about that game more. Sure.
I'm gonna add something to our previous comment. I just want to say I looked up that song Fleetwood Mac, Tell Me Lies, and all of the comments on YouTube are just things that Todd Howard has said.
No way.
No.
Yeah.
No way.
I'm not lying. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I share us some comments then.
The Fallout community has taken over everything.
I love it. Every time there's like a new song in Fallout or something, you'll go to that song on YouTube, and then it'll just be Fallout fans being like, "Did Fallout 4 send you here?"
Yeah. Oh my god, you're not lying, Rachel.
I know I'm not lying. Why would I lie to you?
I don't know, but I felt like you're oversaturating. It's like Bethesda's official theme. Tell me those lies, Howard. Those sweet little lies. Do not believe. Oh god, there's just a 10 like a short story about Todd Howard's lies.
And then there will be like, if you scroll down enough, it'll be somebody trying to talk about like the music or the band, and then it's like Todd Howard.
You see that, Grease? You can ruin its economy.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. I'm looking at it now. Holy shit. It was even the same with Adam Bomb Baby when that song was first used in the Fallout context. I went straight to the YouTube link and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is a new Fallout song," and Fallout fans have just swarmed this fucking YouTube link. It's so funny how it operates.
I know.
Ah, man. Alrighty. Any remaining thoughts on top-down isometric and how you're not a true fan? If you haven't mind.
Yeah. I'm just
I'm sorry, I'm not a true fan, guys.
We're all not
Check
true
your
fans.
privilege, Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel. I will say one thing though. I played Wasteland 2 recently, and it did give me that sense of, these games are actually good. Like, it's not that they're bad games, they're different, but it's about taking the time to try and get into them. And like you, Rachel, I have no time to play video games anymore. It's work, and then I go home and I make videos. So if I had the time, it's definitely a game that I would like to get into. Fallout 1, 2, Wasteland.
I'm not going to get to play Fallout or legit.
Aww.
Because I'm so upset about it, but that's just how my life is right now.
Rachel,
I've got
lying.
one more point. With it being top down, I don't feel like I get as immersed into the character.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, okay, I believe this is a person, but I don't believe it's actually me. I believe it's default dweller B.
No, that's a good point.
that's what Bethesda brought to the table, though, in a way. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Especially with the voice acting. I'm hands down for that. I love the idea.
Yeah,
I
what do you
too.
think, Rachel? You like the voice acting?
I love it. Mass Effect is one of my favorite games of all time. So, like,
We're not true fans, Rachel.
What?
We're not true fans anymore.
I know, everybody's gonna hate us. I mean, who the fuck is this bitch on the podcast?
No one would say that, Rachel.
Watch it happen. So now that I said it, somebody's just gonna post it for funsies.
as a troll.
I'll do it, Rachel. Don't worry, I'll do it for you.
Yeah. Nova will be the person.
I'll do it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no. Well, as somebody, people don't know me, but I'm in a theater program in university, so I really appreciate like actors and voice acting and the time that it takes and the in-depth process that they have to go through. And I'm really excited to see the story because it does help the story.
Definitely.
So
let's be honest, they didn't just like one day, just like, okay, we're doing voice acting. Let's do it now. Set it up. They've been obviously had this idea for a long time and haven't just like spewed it out at the last second.
Well, they even made the comment, like, I think it was one of the E3 interviews, I think it was Todd or Pete saying, if this was another game, you'd expect there to be voice acting.
Yeah, it was Todd.
Oh, yeah, it was totally Todd.
It was Todd. So, because it really does help with games like Witcher or Mass Effect, whatever, because voice acting really does help tell a better story. I keep going back to BioShock, but that's another example, and I can think of many more. It helps tell a better story, and that's why so many games in this era have started to do that. And I think Todd Howard is well aware of that. He's not a dumb guy. And when you have a silent protagonist, it might be harder to form a connection with him or her, or to form a connection with the story, or to help tell a good story. So that's definitely where Bethesda's head was at. And you're right, Nova. It wasn't like Todd Howard flicked his wrist and said, "All right, we're going to do voice acting." They would have thought about this for a very long time.
And I mean, like, oh, sorry, go ahead. You go.
No, you go first. I'll go.
This podcast is about interrupting each other, guys, so you can interrupt each other.
Well,
you first, Rachel.
Okay, well, what was I going to say? Fuck, no, Nova, go!
You ruined it, Nova! You ruined it!
No, but the thing is, like, the voice actors they also picked are really good at what they're doing. Like, they're not garbage. They're not like, okay, lower the bomb now. Hey, thank you, mister.
Yeah, no, okay, I agree with that for sure. I remember what I was going to say now.
Go on.
I think they also take into consideration, because I remember, I think it was Todd, again, saying that they play other people's games as, like, research. So they say, oh, what's working in this game? What's not working? So they're aware of what people like and what people don't like about voiced protagonists. Like, for example, in Mass Effect, when you're talking to the reporter and then you want to do the renegade option and then you think, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna like tell her off, and then you punch her in the face. People didn't like that so much. So I'm pretty sure they know that people want to know exactly what they're getting into, and they click a voice option, you know? So
exactly.
But your character's always been voiced, just not out loud. Like, that's the thing
it's kind of like a Legend of Zelda thing, right? Link he has like the groans and like the huh and the and he still picks lines of text exactly, and he's still like when you have the options to say something, he will still say yes or no or something. Like, it's not like they're completely silent in the game, like theoretically. But it's just you don't hear the dialogue. That's the difference. So he's not in the true sense a silent protagonist. Like, it's not like, for example, your character is just standing there in front of NPCs. They're shouting words at you, and you're not saying anything, and you're just nodding or crossing your head. That's not actually how it happens.
You're not Gordon Freeman.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I still haven't played those games. I know people are going to hate me for that. I know.
Not a true fan of Fallout.
True fan of Fallout if you haven't played Half-Life or Portal.
Exactly. You're not a true PC gamer if you haven't played those games. I've heard those before.
Praise Lord Gaben.
Praise Lord Howard. All right, we're on the Howard train right now.
It's the battle of gods. Two titans clash.
Real talk though, like, how insane would it have been if Gabe was at E3 and he came out and announced Half-Life 3?
Oh. Like, I would.
Everything happened this E3.
I wouldn't like that because it's been way like It's been way
very
too
long.
long.
It's been very long. And
been-
there was this news article, or I think it was Funhouse. Funhouse.
I love Funhouse.
They're great, aren't they? They obtained some quote unquote confidential info from within Valve, and they were talking about how maybe there are like 10 people or less working on Half-Life because they just don't see the value in it. Now, the arguments on like, there's no point because they won't make money from it, or they're already making too much money. I think those are a bit redundant because you can always make more money, and if they wanted to hire more people to get more millions of dollars by making a Half-Life, then they could easily do that. But I think it's more of a matter of it's been so long until from Half-Life 2.
The hype is too real. They can't live up to it.
Exactly. Could you imagine? No matter what they did, because the hype is so high, people are going to perceive it as not being up to snuff. That's unfortunate, but it's the reality.
That's what I think. Like, I don't know. I mean, I want to say I have more faith in the majority of the Fallout community than that, but I feel like if Fallout 4 took any longer, I feel like that possibly would have happened with Fallout 4
if they delayed it. Like, I know they won't delay it. It would be next to impossible. But if they delayed it, shit would hit the fan.
Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Yeah. Good thing Bethesda doesn't do that shit.
No, exactly. And Bethesda knew about, they wanted to release the game in November because they knew when E3 was. They knew that people didn't want to wait any longer. So they're like, we need to hit this. It's been in planning for years. Like, you don't think that Bethesda's like, this year, all right, we're going to release it in November because the game is ready. They obviously understand the progression of the game and how long the development takes and where the game is actually at. So this was all methodically thought of, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure it was.
Todd Howard has spent months in his little dojo planning this all out.
Good old Todd Howard.
I feel like his office doesn't even have a desk.
No, I reckon Todd Howard has a standing desk. I really think. I don't know why. He seems like
desk.
Yeah. You know what standing desks are?
I know what standing desks
Okay,
are.
good.
It's in the name, Lauren. It's in the goddamn name.
I know, but she was like, standing desk? What's a standing desk?
It's a desk you sit at, Rachel.
Exactly. Do you know they have walking desks too? You like in a little mouse wheel, and you just walk as...
I need to Google this.
Google it, no, but Google walking desk. It's a thing. It's literally a thing.
Oh god, this is... Why don't they just put a treadmill under this one? This one's a giant hamster wheel. Yes, it actually is.
I wasn't lying when I said that. Oh man.
I thought you were making a joke.
No, they're actually a thing.
Funny.
Yeah. There was one thing that we were talking about before that I want to raise now. I wonder what you guys think about this. Because Todd Howard, like, there's been so many interviews and the E3 presentation, etc., where in effect Todd Howard, Pete Hines have all really been hyping this game up. Do you think that there is a possibility that the game is not going to live up to expectations because the bar has been set so high?
Nope, I feel like it's going to hit those bars.
Yep, good. That's the right answer, guys. You're welcome to join this podcast
it's
again.
It's going to be perfect.
I hate
with
it.
the glitches that'll happen, it's going to be perfect.
No,
I want Doug Mitchell's neck to break and him to fly out of the roof again, like in Vegas, even though that was...
He flew out of the roof? What?
Yeah, that was one of the glitches. Like, he'd be sitting down, and then, like, his head would turn clockwise, and then he would just, like, fly out of through, like, the roof.
Oh my god. I knew the turning head one, but not that he actually flew out the roof. I gotta Google that after this. Awesome. So no chances of this game not actually living up to expectations. It's gonna be perfect. Oh, that's it.
It's gonna be amazing.
Exactly.
And also all the stuff they have shown us. They probably there's hints there's a repair system. What they haven't showed us yet, and I feel like there probably will be.
That's an interesting one because we haven't seen any instance of repair, and I know Skyrim didn't have repair, but I think when I did play Skyrim, I played for only like 10 hours, so nothing at all. But it felt weird to me that weapons could just be used, forever. It didn't make sense that they didn't degrade.
They had the enchantments that wear off. And
that wasn't really repair though.
No, it wasn't repair, but I mean, like, it still had something you had to, like, maintain, which was annoying. Like, I was like, oh man, some of the charges, they don't last very long. So.
I remember there was an interview, I think it was with Pete Hines, and it was like PC Gamer or something, and they're like, oh, there's no repair system, and all it was is Todd said we can't talk about that yet.
No. Pete Hines was like, Todd said we can't talk about it. Like, I need to listen to Toddy.
I love you, Todd.
So maybe that means there
snipers.
is.
Yeah, that's
or it's like really revamped, or maybe you can only get things repaired at a vendor or some, or like at a machine somewhere or something. You can't just repair guns in the wasteland when you just have two identical guns, because that doesn't necessarily make sense either. But if you take it to like a vendor or a machine that can actually craft materials for weapons, that might be the solution here.
I think it's probably going to be part of the crafting.
Yeah, that's
that makes sense,
definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be like at the workbench at your house, you can collect items, and like as soon as your gun breaks, you need to go and collect these items to end up using it again.
Yeah, that sounds good, because it wouldn't make sense to me, like Skyrim, for me to be shooting this gun forever and it doesn't break down, because you're going to expect that it breaks down, especially if you're finding random guns that have been used
in the
for
middle
years.
of nowhere.
You're like, oh, this operates perfectly. I can kill anyone I want.
Mint condition.
Yeah, they're like mint condition guns littered across the wasteland in packages. That's what's
it's still in its box.
Don't take it out of the box. You're going to ruin its value.
Yeah, don't take it out. Put it on display.
Exactly. I love how we deviate in these conversations. It's just great. It's just fun, fantastic. Yeah. Alrighty, so next topic that isn't actually on that list I sent you guys. I do apologize. But okay. Maddie said I should talk about this, so I want to talk about it. Now, in response to, I think there was a post by Bethesda Game Studios talking about the Fallout 4 plans and the season pass. Someone asked, I just wish I knew how leveling will work so I won't worry that I screwed up my character role. And Matt Grandstaff, who is the, I think he is the head of staff for Bethesda, I believe? Global Community Lead, sorry. And he said, you'll pretty much we'll share more info on that soon. And this is something that I've raised in multiple podcasts with my fear of being pigeonholed. And I guess obviously screwing up your character role is part of that. I don't want to get to a stage where I've invested all of my points into particular attributes or perks or whatever, and then find that my character is bad or can't actually compete because I've stuffed up somewhere. And this feature was in Borderlands where you could actually reset your skills and then redistribute them, to your liking. So I'm wondering if Fallout 4 is going to have something similar to that or not, because he says we're going to share more info on that soon. So obviously there must be something to do with that.
I think they will have something. Maybe not exactly that, but they take stuff from their previous games and expand on that. So I think the idea, like for Skyrim, they had, as you use things, you'll get better at it. So maybe not exactly that, because we have the special system, which is very specific for Fallout. Yeah. So they can't really change too much of that. But I feel like they will have a way to let people play however they want, because that's one of the big things that they're
also the level. Remember, the level's not capped, so that's probably one of the is. Well, you're terrible with guns. Give it a day, and you'll be the best they know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's actually a really good point, Nova, because you keep leveling. So what if at a certain stage you're like, all right, I want to try again. So then you're at level 30, and then you start to distribute your points elsewhere because you've reset everything else. That could be a possibility. I mean, who knows?
I don't think there'll be a reset.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
So you don't think there'll be a reset? So how would it work?
I feel like once you've set, that's why you have to, because then you'll your skills come a bit more, not natural, but I've had the ability to hack terminals for so long now. There's no shit, I can still do it. But yeah, I don't think that'll be reset.
It's an interesting thought, because what if we get to a stage in the game where we've relied on energy weapons, for example, but then we're shit with everything else, but we want to try all these cool weapons and unique weapons that we've picked up. How can we actually get into that? Because if we're stuck and at such a high level with such high enemies, only being able to use a certain weapon type because that's what we've invested in, then I think many players are going to kind of resent that. I know that it encourages multiple playthroughs, but like me and many other people, we don't have time to do multiple playthroughs, and we want to do one almighty playthrough where we just complete everything and use everything.
Yeah, one almighty character that can do it all. Yeah,
exactly.
Problem if the reset is how they'll do it. If they do it you can just do it from your menu, well, people are just going to abuse that. Or be, oh, I'm fighting these people. I'm just gonna like do my explosive stuff and then go back
It's
to
like,
my other
oh,
one.
I thought I was good at energy weapons. Just kidding. Heavy weapons now.
Also, that it would also make no sense from like one moment your character being like, I'm the best with guns to, sorry, what's a gun? I just use lasers.
True.
Yeah, story-wise, it wouldn't make much sense.
So it's going to be a balance, but obviously from this tweet from Matt, we're going to see something. There's going to be some sort of feature that's going to solve this issue, if you will. So it might be really unique. It could be as simple as Borderlands. It could not be. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, I like Nova's reminder of the non-level cap.
Yeah,
It'll probably have something to do with that.
Well done, Nova. You've done well.
Thank you.
You're so knowledgeable, Nova, of the Fallout universe.
Rub my tummy and I'll give you good luck.
Oh god, that's excellent. Alrighty, so we've actually wrapped up with the Fallout 4 Bethesda news. We've done well. We haven't gone completely crazy with our deviations and stuff, so we're making good time.
Kept us on track, Lone. Good job.
Well, it's my first time hosting, and this is going up on Maddie's channel. Pressure's on.
We should just fuck it up for him. Come on, let's just
talk
tangents
smack
all
about
over the
Maddie.
place.
And this is the Talk Smack About Maddie segment. So what's up with that red hair?
What about his face? I don't get it. When he was in his player creation, did he decide to make it like that? No. Joking.
Yeah. What was God thinking when he did Maddie's player creation?
We love you, Maddie.
We love you, Maddie. All right. I take the kangaroo jokes, so you've got to take the red hair jokes. It's just natural.
Just kidding.
The best thing is he's going to be editing this, and he's like, "Who the fuck are these other two people talking shit?"
No. Do you know what? Like, Maddie asked who's going to be on the podcast. I'm like, oh, Rachel and Nova, and his reaction was, oh, Rachel. I'm like, yeah, Rachel. I'm not even joking.
I feel so left out now.
I don't understand.
You're nobody, Nova. You are absolutely nobody.
No, for real talk. How does everyone know me? I don't understand.
I know you from Lone Stream. That's how we become besties.
Yeah,
I know. We're baes. Yeah.
Thanks,
we're
babe.
Thanks, bae.
we're bays. But I think it's a matter of this community is so engaging, and when I tweet out something, and if any of you reply, anyone that's following me can see that. So I think that's how it starts to spread. But I would not be surprised if Matt's actually following you on Twitter, Rachel. I would not.
He is.
Oh, awesome. Anyways, next segment. So what we'll do is the video game news bits and what we're actually playing. Now, I know that we were talking about before the podcast started. Rachel, you haven't been playing games, but there are games that you're still into, and if you had time, you would still be playing them. So what are those games, and what's great about them?
Let me elaborate before people crucify me on the internet for not playing video games.
You're not a true video game player.
I am a gamer, and basically what I was doing during the summer was video games and only video games, which is probably not the best thing. Yeah, and alcohol.
And wine.
And both of them at the same time.
That's the best mix.
Yeah, no, now that I'm back in school and I'm doing musicals and stuff like that in school, I don't have a lot of time. I'm up at 5 a.m. and I get home at 10 o'clock, or no, we're done rehearsal at 10 o'clock, so I get home at like midnight. So, because I'm very far away from school. So right now, I'm not really playing anything.
Yeah.
During the summer, I was playing a lot. So I have a few things that I was playing, and one of them is not even close to Fallout, but it's such a good game. I want people to play it.
Yeah.
It's you guys probably know. It's I was playing Alice Madness Returns.
That's right.
It's actually such a good game. Like it was sitting in my collection and I hadn't touched it. And I was like,
so what is it exactly for the people that don't know?
It's kind of like, it's a mixture. It's like a platformer puzzle
indie game?
Puzzle game / third person fighting.
Filled with edge.
It's real fun.
Yeah, but with an edge.
It's so edgy here.
Basically, like, Alice has her parents died in a fire that burned down her entire house, and she's spending her time in like an insane asylum or like children's
we're
hospital.
starting off strong. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, it's real dark. It's real dark.
Yeah.
And then she goes back to Wonderland, and it's all messed up, and she's trying to figure out what's going on because it's in her head, right?
Yeah.
So, and there's like, it cuts back to like normal life, and there's stuff going on, and then it goes back to Wonderland. and it's really fun.
So right, she's sitting in the insane asylum imagining these things. It's like as part of her hallucinations.
No. She's not like it's not an insane asylum anymore. Like she went to an asylum and she's like getting help from this doctor.
Plot, you're spoiling it.
Spoiler alert.
This is literally the beginning of the game.
God damn it, Nova.
No, I haven't played it.
It's so good.
I'm sure some people will play it after listening to this, even just out of curiosity.
It's fun. I didn't know if it was going to be good, but it's actually really fun, and it's different from like a lot of other games that I play. And then because of I actually watch game trailers, so
I love game trailers.
Because of Huber Hype and also Maddie's videos, I actually started playing Mafia 2.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that game is amazing.
It's so much fun.
I haven't played it. I'm so sorry.
One thing,
do it.
yeah, you gotta play. One thing though, what's always disappointed me with the game is just the world felt so empty. Like I really wanted to spend more time doing stuff, but it's just like, well, I'm just gonna drive around this block one more time. Wow, look at that, and that's
very
it.
linear. It is very linear, but I just like that style.
Era.
Like that era is really cool, and I've always thought the mafia is like super fun and like not fun in real life, but like fun in like movies.
Crimes.
Yeah, I don't know.
So interesting.
The Italian mafia is just cool. Okay, it's fun.
No, fair enough. See, I've never gone into Mafia. Like, is it similar to a game like L.A. Noire? If you guys have played that.
I'm trying not.
They seem like they have similar themes.
The Cole Phelps, the Coal Train. You're playing Mafia member who looks like Mario if he wasn't ugly.
Awesome. So those like I definitely want to play Mafia. If you had to sell it with one like phrase, like it just works, Todd Howard style, what would you say about Mafia?
Boom.
What?
Boom.
What?
Just boom, you're gone. Well,
that's terrible.
Yeah. You just shoot a lot of people. You kill so many people. You have to live with it.
Awesome.
Wait, Rachel, have you finished it yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I need to talk to you when you're done.
Okay.
That sounds so serious. We need to talk once you're done playing the game.
Yeah, no, like every Mafia movie, it doesn't end well for anyone.
I figured it wasn't gonna go well just because of the pattern of those styles of films and things. But
Hashtag prison life.
Awesome. So what about you, Nova? What have you been playing?
I just finished playing the Mad Max game.
So how is that? Because I've seen
I've heard
news.
mixed things on it.
Very mixed.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I see where some people's problems are. I don't think it's as bad as it's getting given. Personally, I want to put that out for like in the comments of this video. Be like, he doesn't understand anything. He's shit. And I'm like, no, I enjoyed doing the car stuff. The story was a bit weak, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it's just like I finished. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Oh god.
So, because these are the things I've been seeing. I've been seeing it's your typical open world game where you're doing fetch quests and repetitive stuff like that. But the world is so beautiful and open and expansive.
It is.
It does look good. I'll give it that for sure.
Just go in expecting driving cars, killing people, and doing and that's basically it. And you'll like it. If you go and think this will be Citizen Kane of games, you're going to be so disappointed.
Plus, it's in Australia. So how cool is that?
There's no kangaroos, Sloan. We can't hit you.
That is not fair. There should be kangaroos. Why aren't there kangaroos?
Everything's dead.
No.
Yeah.
There
you
should be
died
kangaroos.
in the game, Lone.
Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad. So if there is a post-apocalyptic fucking era, then I'm not going to be alive. Is that what you guys are saying?
Yep.
Kangaroos are just going to die out.
Yep.
That's exactly what we're saying.
Without getting said.
Kangaroos cannot survive.
But if it was Fallout, there'd be mutated kangaroos. I want to see that as a mod. Create mutated kangaroos as a mod.
Okay,
please.
now that's going to be a mod.
Yes.
For
How
sure,
cool would
it's
that
going to be a mod.
I think you guys are starting to set your hopes up too high.
Yeah, thinking someone's
Rachel
going to do the
disappointed
model.
with community. Like, no, I don't do that. Fuck you. That's way too much work.
That's too much work. I can't do that, Lone. Just change the shape of a super mutant into a kangaroo shape. It'll be like this abomination.
The shape of a Deathclaw into a mutated.
Oh, that would be cool.
Kangaroo.
Yes, we can make it work. Sweet.
Yeah.
It just worked. Jinx.
He said it. He said the thing that Todd Howard said.
We said it.
Awesome. Now, what have I been playing? Fucking nothing. I don't play shit anymore. Actually, I started Fallout 3 again. I know, I should play different games, but I don't.
I'm playing Fallout New Vegas as well.
Rachel, was it your turn? It's been your... No,
It's your turn, Rachel! No.
Sorry, don't yell at me.
And interrupt each other. This is what happens. I saw someone in the comments the other week saying, I'm getting sick of the interrupting. But I'm like, first of all, we can't see each other's facial cues, so it's hard. It's just Skype here. And also, it's funny interrupting each other. It kind of is, let's be honest.
So that's literally all I needed to add, too. I wasn't, like, gonna stop you from speaking. That's all I needed to say.
Well, no, now you have to talk about New Vegas,
playing a
Rachel.
Fallout game.
You have to talk about New Vegas now. What are you doing in New Vegas? What run are you doing?
I'm doing a low intelligence run with a really ugly character. I sent a picture.
Is it the potato? Oh, I love her. What Wasteland Bay.
Wasteland Bay. It's really hard. I keep forgetting that I have low intelligence and then I can't do anything.
And you don't. Then your perks, like all your stats, are really shit because you don't get any of the perks. Like,
yeah. But I was still able to do my favorite thing, which is sleep with Benny. And then...
Hey!
Because he's a piece of shit.
Did you sleep with him and just, like, kill him? That's what I would have done.
Yeah, you seduce him into bringing him up to his room. That's what's so great about being a woman in a playthrough like that, is, like, you just be like, hey, I like that you shot me in the head. And he's like, you're fucking weird. And I'm like, yeah, you want to fuck? He brings you up to his room.
I didn't know that.
He's like, Benny's going to show you the tops. And then you sleep with him. And then you can murder him in his sleep. It's great.
All I would want is just a mod that adds the Friends theme song as you're doing that whole thing.
I didn't know that. Like, I knew that if you played as a female in New Vegas, there are times where, like, the Legion are super aggressive towards you because you are a female, because they're so misogynistic. But I didn't know that you could do that with Benny. That's really, really cool. I like
your privilege.
Because that's like such a shitty way to go. Right after you've had sex and you're super relaxed and you're like, yeah, this is the best. Oh shit! No.
That's awesome. I'm totally gonna do a female playthrough just for that. You
should do a female playthrough of Fallout 3, just because then you can seduce Mr. Burke, and then he runs away, and then send you love letters.
What?
Yeah.
What? That's a thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Because he's like, yeah, blow up Megaton, and you're like, well, you see, I live here. You wouldn't want to blow up little old me, would you? And he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I will leave. I'll be back for you. And then he leaves.
I'm reading the love letters now.
Well, wait, give us a phrase, Nova. What?
It's so great.
Ooh, the memory of your beauty and sweet aroma lingers in my memory. Have patience, my love. Soon we shall be together once again. Yours very truly, Burke. Aww.
He does.
It's cute.
He's so classy, Mr. Burke. I swear.
He writes little poems. They're adorable.
And you read that perfectly, Nova.
And then you're just there in the wasteland. You're like, that sucker. He's never getting any of this.
Wait, how do you get the letters? Oh, from Moriarty. I just read that the other day.
From Cullen Moriarty.
I got the letter from your folk buddy. Oh, thanks, Moriarty.
You do. Love it. That's so cool. I didn't know of all of these interesting deviations if you play as a female, and hopefully Fallout 4 does that, because I'll definitely do two playthroughs. Yeah,
I've never played a Fallout game as a female, just because I'm just going to be default white character A, because I'm like, that's close to me and I don't care. But since now there's going to be voice actors, and we're like, well, slow down there.
Yeah.
Like when I play a Fallout
played as
game.
A male.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Check your privilege.
Because it's kind of like a matter of, I want to play as myself, in effect, and if I play as a female, it obviously doesn't work in that way. But just for the sake of, in Fallout 4, the voice acting and what's different, and instances like with Mr. Burke that I had no idea that was even a thing. That is so cool. I love it.
Yeah, not even a true
Fallout
fan,
it's super
Lauren.
fun.
Oh, fuck you, Nova.
You wish. Wink. Next topic.
Alright, compose myself.
on, Lone, get your shit together.
Yeah, I gotta host a podcast. All right, so clear the throat. So, what are we doing now? We're doing the new segment. So, we're gonna talk about how an XCOM for XCOM 2 rather, in Australia to pre-order the game, it is what is it? $125.
I thought it was $128.
$128 Australian dollars, and
It's gross. It's me vomiting.
It's disgusting. It's absolutely gross. But the way that they've done the conversion is what shits me. What they've done is said, all right, we are going to be getting $60 from people in the US, right? But the Australian price is $90 US. So when you do the conversion, it turns out to be $127. Why didn't they do it as $60 so they're still getting the same price from Australians as they are from Americans? And therefore, when you convert 60 to Australian dollars, it's not fucking 127. It's probably like more like $90 or something around that. I don't know what the conversion rate is now, but they're just charging us more for the sake of it. Even though there's digital distribution, even though, you know, like games are so much easier to get out to consumers now.
And it's that much for a digital copy, not even
on
an
Steam.
actual copy.
Yeah,
It's because we're suckers. We're all suckers.
the fact is hate Australians.
That's awful.
I know, but this is a rare exception. Like, we used to pay in Australia, $110 for games, Australian dollars. That made sense in the day because the conversion rates were such that when you took Australian dollars into the US market, it was worth less. So that was fine. But then even when the dollars were on parity, you would still have that same price. Now, eventually, prices in Australia were brought down to around $90. But the fact that this game in 2015 is $128 for us to pre-order is absolutely extortionate. I'm pretty upset about it.
That's awful. That's ridiculous. Like, I would be real mad. Like, I don't know how you guys are keeping it together over there.
Here's the thing. I'm just not going to buy it till it goes. Like, it's been like a year and it's like, okay, now it's $30. I'm like, okay, woo!
Plus Steam sale.
Yeah, no, that's what you have to do, though, I think. Just don't give them your money.
Yeah, only games I really buy are games I really want, or they're on, like, big sale. Otherwise, I'm like, I'm just going to wait.
Yeah. And it's kind of weird because I don't know why people are more upset about this, because it's obviously Australian market, such a small market, so you're not going to have the whole internet going crazy because obviously those in the US, it doesn't affect them. But these are the kind of practices that we should try to be criticizing and cracking down on, because it's just trying to draw out more money from consumers that are typically younger players that don't have this kind of money. You know, it's effectively we're paying double, like it's the price of two games. This XCOM 1 in Australia, it's almost $130. I paid $90 Australian for Fallout 4, and I'm sure that Fallout's going to be a bigger game than XCOM, and there's going to be more to do. I don't know about XCOM, but the fact that we're paying another $40 on top of that just for one game still, no, it's not even a collector's edition or a special edition. It's pretty crazy.
Except,
like,
Lauren,
it's kicking fans in the teeth. Like, why would you do that?
No.
Except, Lauren, you've probably paid more than 90. Haven't you just bought, like, it's like...
That's different. No. That
is the same thing, Lauren.
No, it's not. No. Because if I wanted to just pay $90 for Fallout 4, I could have done that. But I'm just a crazy fan, and I wanted the Pip-Boy edition, I wanted the anthology with the nuke, I wanted the replica laser pistol, I wanted all those things. So I've spent more money... No, I'm not going to buy the Monopoly.
I'm disappointed with the Monopoly. There's not real caps, so I don't want it.
Oh, wait, they're not actual caps?
If it was caps, I'd be like...
That's such a missed opportunity. What were they thinking?
That would have been amazing.
The currency is caps, but then it's notes.
It's still notes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
They should have at least said pre-war money. Pre-war money. That would have been a good compromise. That's silly.
I'm too sad.
But Nova, you're an XCOM fan. What do you think about it?
I've played, I'm not like the biggest fan with like my tattoo having the fucking alien from XCOM on my shoulder. Don't have a tattoo. Clear that up, so I don't. Anyway, but
do you?
No, I don't have tattoos.
Your skin is pure.
But yeah, the thing is, like, I'm not like, oh, if I don't get XCOM 2 right now, I'm gonna fucking explode. I'm like, I'm just gonna wait till it's affordable price. I've learnt to live like this. I'm a savage.
Learn to wait till prices drop. I think that's
unless it's Fallout, where it's like, well, Fallout 4's now pre-ordered already.
Exactly. But to be fair, we did play a lot. Did you get the Pip-Boy edition, Nova?
No.
Oh my god, what are you doing, Rachel? Did you get it?
No.
Why? Why is no one get the Pip-Boy edition?
I wanted it. I spent like a day walking around my town to places like, oh, do you have it? Oh, so we just saw it. I'm like, no.
Oh,
Canada got fucked over.
How's that?
Like, okay, Amazon kept restocking, but they sell out so fast that like I put my order in, but it didn't confirm my order because there were so many people on the site. So I never got it. And then when EB Games Canada got them finally on their website, everyone was on the website and it crashed the website. Like it took like over an hour to get past any part of the checkout.
That's crazy.
Like I got tortured. I had I was doing work placement for one of my school courses, and on that day, EB Games went, well, we've got a big shipment back, and I was like, I can't buy it right now. And just everyone's
told me, Nova.
I was checking my phone and just watching them slowly. So I think this is like I've only been a member of like directly your community loan for like 3 months now, mate.
Yeah. So you're not a true fan, right?
Yeah. Like what the first stream I saw of you was the freaking last.
I don't know
Outlast.
when I started watching your videos.
Yeah, you were both there for the Outlast stream.
Yeah,
I remember that was fun.
I watched your videos, but then I was like, one day I'm like, I'm going to watch one of your streams, and then I'm just like, you hussy, you dirty hussy.
And then I think that was it.
I started LoneVaultWanderer. It was great.
Oh, that was
Rachel. You started that, didn't you?
I started Papa
I did.
Lone.
That was a great stream.
I'm gonna take full credit.
I take full credit of Papa Lone. Fuck everyone else.
No, you did create Papa Lone. I'm sure. I know that. That became a thing. But so did LoneVaultWanderer. That's awesome. And then for that stream, Henry, one of our artists for the t-shirts, he created an art with the kangaroo and the monster.
I saw that.
That's so cool.
Amazing.
I loved it. Alrighty, so what were we talking about? I don't even know anymore.
XCOM being overpriced.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck them. Moving on. So next, we'll talk about this quickly. Nova, you said you didn't have any news bits, did you?
News bits. The only thing what I saw what was kind of interesting was in Washington there was the Kickstarter that got sued.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
They got sued for like double the money they actually made through the Kickstarter.
So if
which
people
Kickstarter was this?
I was like for this like stupid card for this card game. I don't say stupid because I'm gonna get murdered on the internet.
Yeah.
And then like they were still just pushing back, like, we're still not done with our pre-orders, like, well, not pre-orders, our special things, and then they just got sued.
So effectively what happened, so they wanted initially $15,000 for this card game, and when they got $25,000 for it, they just kept delaying, the actual giving of these products to those that backed it. And then eventually, I think it was one of the courts in Washington, they said, all right, we're going to fucking fine you $55,000. So they fucked up and they paid the consequences. And I hope that this happens more often because how many times do we hear about Kickstarters fucking up and then people not getting the shit that they backed for and they put money down for?
I think Kickstarter's always is a nice little lesson to people who always complain about games, just going, it's not that easy.
Yeah, no,
Look at these people, they got fucked. Exactly
right. And that's the unfortunate thing about games development nowadays. It is so expensive, and there is a risk when you do something like Kickstarter that things are going to fall to shit. Because even in a professional context with big publishers and big developers, games also stuff up as well, but there's just no one backing them. It's just the shareholders that get pissed off. So there's always this kind of thing that happens. So you've got to accept the risk whenever you back something on Kickstarter. I mean, look what happened with the Ouya. We all thought that was going to be a great thing, and then that fucked up too. So.
Well, it got fucked up because someone was like, wait a second, why would I want to play mobile games on the TV? I have my fucking mobile.
Yes, exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
Mobile games are for when you're mobile. That's the whole point.
I want them on my plasma TV to watch with my family.
I want to play Flappy Bird on my plasma TV and yell at my screen. That's what I want to do.
It's almost like it's a
I
good
want to play on a big screen would be Fallout Shelter.
Oh, that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Have you guys been playing that game? You've been liking Fallout Shelter?
I at the moment have like the perfect dweller. I have been building her for like a week now, and
Is that Rachel? Is that the one you've named?
Actually, her first name's Rachel, but it's not Rachel. It's Rachel. She's named after a musician I like called Rachel Bloom. And she's
okay. So we see where your priorities lie.
Rachel. Yeah, no, you're becoming my second perfect Rachel. I've decided that everyone.
Second perfect Rachel.
No, I mean like she was second to be perfected.
I don't want to be your sloppy seconds, Nova.
first or nothing, Nova.
Oh, Rachel.
Oh, that's hilarious.
No, I've been playing it, but I haven't I haven't touched it in a couple weeks. But my first vault just fucked up big time.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what happened, but like it got to the point where I just gave up on it, and then I let everything set on fire, and then all that was left was 2 children just running around panicked.
Wait. You let everything set on fire?
Yeah, I just didn't send anybody to the rooms to like fix it, and then
you
they were
gave
all like
up. You just gave up cold turkey.
I literally murdered everyone.
Like,
because I was like, I need to start over anyways.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, first time I did, I was like, oh, this is going fine, and then I was like, oh, people like aren't happy. I'm just going to make them pregnant because they get really happy. And then it hit me when it's too late. I was like, oh god, the population just doubled.
Oh,
I'm not prepared for this. Oh no!
You got to be
There's not
very
enough
careful.
Food or water or power.
Yeah, it's really funny when your dwellers are actually upset, and then you get them to have sex, and they're like unhappy while giving each other compliments. It's the funniest thing to see.
Yeah. It's like, I'm so happy when I'm with you, and he looks fucking miserable.
And then you can just move her out and put another girl, and she's like, oh, you know, I just love these times together. You're like, you just met Sandra.
Sandra, calm down.
Yeah, you dirty horse, Sandra.
That's so true. But there was one period where I just had this one guy with a really high charisma that he would just be the one having sex with everyone. So everyone in the vault were somehow related.
I need to make Todd Howard in my vault and make him the one everyone has sex with.
Do it. That's a great idea.
I'll put him in the sexy sleepwear and just keep him in the living quarters.
Oh my god, that is so funny. How cool is the sexy sleepwear? Like the people in my radio studio wear the sexy sleepwear. With the guys, it's like this top to down, fine normal clothes. But with the girls, they're just like wearing nothing.
Naked.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
I had to stop my radio station because every time I'd get someone, Deathclaws would attack.
I've only had one Deathclaw attack.
I've had so many. They make me so upset now. Like, it's like, oh, I'm going to just send this person out. Oh, Deathclaw's attack.
Oh, I haven't even had any mole rats.
Really?
All I've had are rad roaches.
Mole rats are a fucking pain in my ass.
No, it's weird though because people are like, oh, you know, I had a Deathclaw attack and they killed everyone in my vault. I have 2 people left. I had my first Deathclaw attack and they didn't make it past the 2nd level. I don't know if people with iPhones they have the harder game.
No, it's not that. It's just like they're just for me. They're just like annoying because they keep happening. They don't do shit to me. They don't get past the 2nd floor either because at my front door there's 2 people in power armor with a fucking Gatling gun and a Batman.
Yeah.
No one gets through. Raiders don't get past the first room. And yeah.
Interesting. It's a fun game though. I find myself like I usually never play mobile games. The only mobile game that I really got into was Flappy Bird, only because that was a thing, and I ended up getting really, really, really good at it, which was kind of scary.
Not even a true Fallout fan, Lauren.
Yeah, I'm playing Fallout Shelter. I'm a true Fallout fan.
Not even a true Fallout fan with your Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird was fun. It was fun. It was irritating, but it was fun.
I hated it.
I didn't. I refused to play it because I don't like doing things because it's like a big thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I haven't
bought
Rocket League. I keep getting pestered by one of my friends to buy it. I'm like, the more you ask, the more I'm not going to buy it.
Well, the more people keep telling me to fucking play Club Penguin, the less likely it's going to fucking happen.
Club Penguin!
What is Club Penguin? All right, we're on podcast. Nova, explain to me what Club Penguin is.
Okay, let's think Fallout 4, except times it by 10.
Oh, shut up. No, don't say that.
So, Club Penguin, you play as a little penguin.
Yes, obviously.
It's like you go around and you see other people's little penguins, and then you can teach your little penguin karate. You then teach your little penguin to get furniture for his little penguin.
How dare you compare this game to Fallout 4?
Excuse me, it just works. And then you say a swear word and get banned from the service. Club Penguin.
Actually?
Like, yeah, the only thing I know from Club Penguin are just all these pictures of people, because it's a kids game. It's a fucking kids game, Lone.
I would be banned
So
immediately.
why are people telling me on stream to play a kids game?
They say because it irritates you, you dip shit. You dip shit. Of course they're telling you because you're like, oh, I don't like this. I'm like, no shit.
I
And they're gonna
googled
keep
it
asking.
straight away. I'm like, all right, this is not for me. Yet people keep pestering me
No
about
shit,
it.
it's not for you. It's for people like 7 and under.
Oh, damn it! So close.
Yeah, so close.
I
yet
feel like
so
it would be
far.
really, really entertaining if you were like super, super wasted.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
Fuck yeah, penguins. Yeah, Rachel. That's lovely.
Yeah, one night when I'm on red wine, I'll actually start playing Club Penguin, and we'll see
Then
how
just
that
swear
works.
and get banned immediately.
You got banned for saying pussy fucker. Oh.
I could see
Like-
that happening.
But no, some of the bands are just like the funniest thing. Like they actually like get me through tough times. It's just like yeah. They're the,
Oh,
you were
man.
banned for saying, "Holy shit, Toto, we are sure." Wait, you were banned for saying, "Toto, we sure as fuck ain't in Kansas."
That's great.
You were banned for, "Man, where the finest penguin bitches at."
Oh my god, oh, I'm in tears. Okay, alright. we should move. We should
You were
move
banned
on.
for saying, "Bend over, bitches, it ain't gonna suck itself." Club Penguin.
So moral of the story is play Club Penguin and see how you can get banned today.
No.
So,
You just ban.
it just works. And anyway, we are moving on to our final segment. I know, sad times. This is the fan question segment where we get questions from the community. These this week have all been sourced from Twitter. The first one that we have is from Risk Comics. I love you, Risk. He says, "What is it that you like and also dislike about the Fallout community?" Go.
Rachel. I dislike Rachel.
Ooh,
joking. I'm
oh,
joking.
triggered.
Stop being
Triggered.
a dick.
No, I will say though, I think not only like the community is really good, but there's just times where I'm just like, if you were a living thing, I would fucking strangle you because it's like, oh, for example, when they said push protagonist, I'm like, this sounds good, and they're like, no, this is terrible. I'm like, oh, slow down there.
Yep.
You don't like, you don't know, like, we don't know what it looks like, and Todd Howard yet again wasn't just like, let's do it. Todd, the game's getting announced tomorrow. No, let's put it in.
Get back Eric Todd Dellums. We'll get him to voice some lines.
Todd, do you want Eric in it?
But I agree with that, and it's also just a general thing though in the gaming community, right? People don't like change. Oh, it's just in life in general. People don't like change. So when something is different and it's something to do with something that they love, people will just get antsy about it and upset, and you can't please anyone. But hopefully, when we actually get our hands on the game, people will be pleasantly surprised by it, or it's not going to impact on their, playthrough and immersiveness as much as they would think otherwise.
One thing I do know about the gaming communities, they do not know what's best for them. They're like, oh, I hate this, and then it comes out like, I really love this. I'm like, no shit, you do.
Yeah. It's also a matter though of people being generalized on the internet. Sometimes you'll see all of these comments thinking, oh, why do these people hate this season pass? And they'll go to another community, like to EA for example, and they'll be like, oh, I hate this even more. But with Bethesda it was okay. Well, I'm like, well, they're different people. You know that, right? There are millions and millions of gamers, and they're all different. You're not watching the same 10 people comment every time.
That's because you only get a a vocal
incredibly vocal minority.
Yeah,
there are people like me, for example, that I don't really care about what Jimmy Kimmel said about the YouTube gaming and all of that. It was a comedic thing, right? He does that all the time. He pays out everything all the time. That's what comedians do. So when he saw it, I was like, that's funny. It comes from an ignorant background, but I'm just going to close the browser and leave. That's what I did, and that's what the majority of people did. But those that dislike are even a smaller subset of that, and those that commented are even a smaller subset of that. So you're getting such a small slice of the community, but they're the ones that are the vocal minority, so they reflect on everyone. That's the unfortunate.
They're so vocal, yeah.
Did you guys find...
die, Jimmy Kimmel? Well, that's a bit far.
And then he was reading out the comments that he got.
I was thinking, I do reckon that was it. That bit there was a bit out of taste.
Yeah,
Because
true.
then that was putting the whole community in a bad light. That was the only thing. First one, I was just like, I didn't think that was that funny, Chloe. And when he's like, I'm going to start reading this now, I'm like, you motherfucker, you just fucked us all over for like another year.
I know. Like, he's taken us 10 steps back from where gaming's got. But I will say this one thing, though. There was this article that I saw today about on PC Gamer, and there's a new character in Street Fighter, and I can't remember the name, but he's a Middle Eastern character that utilizes the wind. There were a bunch of racist comments on that, and we can't deny that there are still those segments in the community, but they're not distinctive to gaming. They're everywhere. People are assholes everywhere. So let's not focus and say gaming's the problem. Everything is the fucking problem. It's not
We're
just
all
gaming.
terrible people.
There's just bad humans everywhere.
Exactly.
Rachel, you're one of them.
Yeah, you're Rachel. He doesn't like you about Fallout. Just remember that.
You're the one thing I don't like about. Actually, there's one thing. Actually, I want to just mention is for Metal Gear Solid 5, I saw is someone swapped the model for the dog with the ocelot, and then it's the funniest thing. Have you seen that?
I saw that.
Yeah, and then it comes up and humps your leg. Okay,
but the doggy is so cute though. It's
not when it's ocelot humping your leg. Okay, that's all I had to say.
Do we have anything that we like about the Fallout community? Let's actually be nice.
No, I just
hate everything.
Yeah, again, just when
everybody is awful.
I like actually because, for example, like I've only been like vocally active in this community for a couple of months now. Like, and I'm already like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, fuck that Nova guy. I'm like, well, someone knows who I am. So happy.
You've started a name for yourself, Nova.
Yeah, it may not be a good name, but it's a name nonetheless.
That's awesome. The one thing that I like about the Fallout community is modding. You see how into it people get, and not just with the creators, but the community as well. You Google any problems that you have, people are so willing to help you out on any issues. Like, I don't know how many fucking forums or threads there are about how to get Fallout 3 running properly on PC, but people to this day are still willing to help because it's such a common issue. And that's one thing that I find really refreshing about the community that I haven't found in other communities like Call of Duty, but we won't say anything.
Yeah, no.
It's because Call of Duty is just a bunch of 12-year-olds saying, "Go fuck your mother."
And this is when Rachel gets death threats, like Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes, fucking Jimmy
cancer. Oh, that's
fucking like just everyone calm down, all right? Let's all love each other, please.
I will say like, some of the mods like I've seen, like even like one of my favorite mods I have ever seen in Fallout. It was like this Doctor Who mod they made, but it was fucking intense. Like how much they made for it. Like they made basically a whole new game. I was like, oh, this is from my childhood. And I looked at it, I'm like, fuck, this mod is intense.
That's I gotta download that. There was a mod that I saw the other day, how you can get a PSP Pip-Boy.
Yeah, and I saw that, you're like, this is a mod for Matty.
He didn't know about it. I'm like, how the fuck do you not know about it? You're the only one that I know on this entire planet that likes the PSP. Anyways, we'll move on to the next question. So, Spencer Noodleman. I didn't
get to see mine.
Oh no, Rachel, I'm so sorry.
Not even a Fallout fan, Lauren.
I'm such a dick. Sorry. Continue.
Not even a Fallout fan, Lauren.
I'm sorry. Hey, you're the one you said you don't like Rachel, okay? So you don't get to talk. Rachel, you have the floor.
Well, yours is one of mine. The modding is great, but one of my other favorites is the memes that the community creates, just because they're so fucking funny. Oh my god, the Fallout community is hilarious.
They have this comedy about them that perfectly fits the Fallout world, like the whole Vault Boy cartoons and stuff. It's that value that I don't know why every Fallout fan is kind of like that. They have this witty comedy about them. It's so funny to watch sometimes.
Oh, thank you, Lauren.
That's what Howard means.
You just slow down there with all the compliments towards me.
Anytime, Nova. Any compliments for you.
Thank you.
And Rachel, of course.
No, she's not even a Fallout fan.
Oh!
Get out of here, Nova.
Get out of here, Nova. I will boot you from the Skype call right now. I'm joking.
But I'm not even a Fallout
that is awesome. Rachel, I'm sorry for changing the topic before you get to talk. I feel so bad about that, and I want to apologize for a second time. Can I move on now?
I ain't even mad because I can
cool.
just say what
It's
I'm
lovely.
gonna say now. It's all good.
We have banter.
My least favorite thing would probably have to be like the sense. Although I think it's just people in general again. But there's something about the sense of entitlement that's.
Wait. Can you say about again?
Sorry.
Can you say about again?
No.
Don't make fun of her accent.
No, I don't make fun. I think it's the best thing ever. Like, I'm not making fun of it. I think Canadian saying about is genuinely the greatest thing ever.
Do I actually say it weird?
Hold on.
Just say
Rachel,
it.
Say it.
About.
No, she's fine. She's fine with
said
that.
a boot. She said a boot.
Did I?
You did. Anyway, go back. Sorry. I couldn't help myself.
Oh no, I'm so conscious of the way I'm talking.
No, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just like, oh. Anyway.
That's so funny. Oh my god. A boot.
You guys are jerks.
So the community, I believe.
Oh my god. I'm in tears. I'm in legit in tears.
Don't know what I've done.
No, but we can't talk though. Us Australians, we have the weirdest accent.
Not even that. Let's just add that swearing. Like some of the word, like Americans, well, that word's too bad. It's like common sentencing in Australia.
I saw this video literally this morning. There was a car crash in Australia, and this guy drove up and he's like, "Hey mate, how you going?" He's like, "Oh fucking cunt, I just fucking got into this car crash." It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's the most Australian car crash I've ever seen in my life. It's hilarious.
Anyway, Rachel, yet again, before we interrupt you, continue.
Well,
you're about to say.
The following would be like the sense of entitlement that some of them have, not all of them.
Yeah.
Like when the hoaxes were happening, like Bethesda, obviously they don't talk about them because if you talk about one of them, then you have to talk about all of them, right?
Yeah.
But like people were like, Bethesda's handling this poorly, and they need to release this right now, and it needs to have all of this stuff in it. Like, it's their fucking game. Mm-hmm. Let them make it.
I would
it's not,
hate to know
if you want to make it, you go make it.
Yep.
I would hate to have known about.
But like I said, it's not everything.
I'd hate to have really known about Fallout like 4 years ago. Like when they first, like when those hoaxes came out, like, oh no, we're making Fallout. I'd be like, I hate you guys. Because then I'd have to go through what I'm going through now for so long. Because like at the second they announced, I'm like, no game will ever make me feel like filled until Fallout comes out. I'm just going to be universally disappointed.
Yep. And it's exactly like you said though, Rachel, right? It's not everyone. In fact, it's a very, very, very small subset, but this is what people, especially outside of the gaming community, see. Yeah. And the majority of people, like you, me, whoever, were just like, yeah, give them time. Let them announce the game when they want. You're not entitled to anything. In fact, I think I made a video in the past how people were giving Pete Hines shit. And I had like a sore throat in that video. It was fucking hilarious.
That's one of my biggest seeing that shit. Like, I don't know how he's just used to handling it, but like, God, that guy takes so much shit.
Like when people say we deserve Fallout 4, no, you don't. You don't deserve any.
What the hell have you done?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But again, small vocal minority that's reflecting bad on the entire community. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get upset talking about this. What we're trying to say is that the majority of Fallout fans...
You're terrible people!
We're all angry.
No, the majority of Fallout fans, when those hoaxes were happening, were just sitting down and thinking, all right, cool, and not commenting. Those were the fans that just didn't care because they understood the realities of games development and how Bethesda typically make their games. They stay silent. You know, Todd Howard keeps everything to his chest, and then he release it when he's ready. And then he announced the game, and it's being released in the same year. How often do we see that? We never see that. Because game developers usually say...
I also think... Yeah.
No, go on, Rachel.
Go on, Rachel. I'm stopping. You can talk.
What? Okay. No, I also think it has something to do with how... What's happening? Who's talking?
The interruption cast. Go on, Rachel.
Rachel has the floor.
Okay. No, I was going to say, I think it has something to do with... Skyrim becoming so mainstream and bringing more people into the Bethesda community that aren't quite used to how they run things as well. Might have something to do with that.
No, I agree. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I will say though that I do kind of find the Survivor hoax had one of the best payoffs though at the end when it was just the tunnel snakes video. I thought that was one. I thought that was like they're like I was so like, oh fuck you guys. I was like, I can't stay forever angry forever when I just see Butch singing out tunnel snake.
It was such a kick in the gut, wasn't it? It was so funny.
It was so bad.
But I can't physically get mad at the guy that actually did the whole Survivor thing because he essentially started my channel. Like I can't deny that. I have so much to offer him. Like people were legit upset. And like, yeah, that's fine. I can understand that. He toyed with us.
He put a lot of work into that.
Yeah.
It wasn't something easily. He put like, okay, now I'm gonna put this hoax up.
Well,
and it's gonna be.
He spent $1,000. He spent money doing this. Like, holy shit.
I know.
That's dedication.
What kind of life is this guy living when he can afford to do that, though? Like, seriously.
And this is the thing. I saw a Reddit post, and it was him. He's deleted his Reddit account now. But he was talking about the whole thing, and then he's like, yeah, and there was this channel, LoneVaultWanderer, he covered it pretty well. I'm like, oh my god, that's cool! That is so cool!
Shout out from the guy that the Fallout community fucking hates.
Yeah. No, we
hate
don't
him
hate
more
you.
than Pete Hines.
No.
We love Pete.
We love Pete. We love Todd. We love everyone.
Pete.
Alrighty, so next, what was the question? That was the first question. Right?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
That was only the first question.
Fucking hell, guys, we're doing well. Anyways, so the next question comes from Spencer Noodleman. Great name, by the way. What was your biggest rage quit for Fallout or for any other game?
Oh, I know my Fallout one. It's easy. Just like it's not even precise. It's just whenever I'm exploring, I forget to save, and then I've been out in the wasteland, so no auto saves. Then I die. I get killed, and then I'm like, oh, I would be that far. Oh my god, I'm back at Megaton. I was at River City. Like River,
It's like when you're playing Pokemon and you get to the Elite Four and then you die. Like, fuck, when did I save last? And you start back in Pallet Town.
That happened to me actually, not Pallet Town, but it was like the fourth gym.
No,
and I was like one day, I'm like, I'm just gonna power through this game. Got the end. The S goes flat. Turn on, and I'm like so far back, and it made me so upset.
That is so disheartening.
It's like when you play Fallout on console and then it crashes. And
Yeah.
you haven't saved.
Oh, don't get me started. That was the source of so much anger for me in my Fallout playing days, and even more so now on PC. It's really frustrating.
Yeah, except you mod it to like. I remember when you did one. Like I saw like your re-edit of the battle, and it was the one when you're at Rivet City. It just crashed because you fucked that thing up.
Oh, that's not good stuff. My Fallout game was completely fucked. I thought I'd had to reinstall everything, reinstall mods, but it turned out the reason why the game was so corrupted from that point because it was using a save file that I used from Minefield. For some reason, Minefield for me is just corrupt. So I can't save in Minefield. I can only go through it and not save at all. Otherwise, any future saves using the Minefield save will be corrupted. It's weird, but it's a thing. I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah. And Minefield's the really annoying one where you've got to collect all the mines. So having to do that again was really
college are blowing up because of that fucking sniper.
Oh god, I hated that guy. I'm so glad I got the sniper next to Megaton before I went out and killed him.
The sniper that he has isn't even that great condition.
There's one in the hollow rock outside of Megaton with a stealth boy. I take that with me.
Yeah. But
I never knew about
the
that
condition of that is shit. And you're right. Yeah.
It's just so I'm like, oh, he won't be trying to kill me. And he got me. Yay.
And he fucking shoots the car too, so it explodes.
Yeah,
you motherfucker.
First time I played it, every time, I was so mad. Like, I just didn't think about it, and I was too close to the car. Like, that was my first playthrough. That was a rage moment, for sure.
Oh, definitely.
And you didn't have crosshairs, so you had to, like, squint at your two little triangles pointing, like, I think he's in there.
I think that's his head. I don't know.
Oh, wait, no, that's just a brick. Oh,
shit. You don't want to alert him because he's going to snipe your head off.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Another rage moment would be anytime that dog meat died and you had to go back and
I gave up. I gave up halfway through that. I was just like, fuck that. I love you, dog meat, but I don't want to go through the pain.
The worst thing is when you're like, dog meat, stay here. and then he immediately runs off and starts attacking a behemoth. Fucking dog meat.
This is why I'm not angry that he's like can't die in Fallout 4. Some people are like, oh, but that ruins realism. I'm like, do you want to go through what you went through in like fucking Fallout 3 again?
Yes. No.
That was awful.
It was so bad.
One for me is playing Call of Duty Zombies. I know, but Zombies is really fun. Zombies is fun, okay? But we were getting all the achievements in, was it Black Ops 1 or 2? It was the level on the moon. I think it was Black Ops 2. I can't remember. And to get one achievement, you had to wait until a certain fucking area, like a big saw came down in that particular area, and it was really rare for that to happen. So we literally, to get this achievement, we were playing so much, like fucking all night for 2 days straight, and we couldn't get this fucking thing to go down that area. Then I'm like, fuck it. I turned it off, and I had to go to my friends, but I brought my Xbox with me, and then the first time I started playing it on my own, that area goes down and I get the achievement. I spent 2 full days trying to get this fucking achievement, and then I did it in one fucking session. I was so frustrated.
I do actually have an angry thing from Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies as well when I was playing with my friends once.
Yep.
And we were like on, I can't remember, but it was like a really high level, and there's one zombie left who's crawling, and everyone else got killed. And my one friend's like acting like a big shot, little bastard.
Oh, no.
And then he stopped paying attention, and he's like standing on like the podium in that, like it was in that Nazi thing, doing like this fake speech. He got killed.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
I was like, what the fuck did you do, Daniel? He's like, I got killed. I'm like, you have one thing left.
With that really guilty voice. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Rachel, do you have a specific game other than Fallout that you get raged at?
Ooh,
You can say Club Penguin.
Probably all of the BioShock games, just because I get so into them. Like,
yes.
I love BioShock.
Nothing wrong with the game itself. It's just the gameplay is actually like challenging if you put it on higher difficulties, and then you just keep dying. And I swear a lot when I'm angry. So
with BioShock 2 and the Big Sisters, those things were fucking annoying.
Worst thing was like one thing I always loved with BioShock for me is like when I was a bit younger and played them, I didn't get into them. Like I was like, this game's awful.
Not a true fan. Shun the non-believer.
Few years, like a couple of years ago, I actually sat down and played the first one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, this game's good. And then the second one, I don't mind the second one. I do understand it's the worst of the BioShocks, but it's not a terrible BioShock game.
No, because it wasn't irrational. It was 2K.
But it's still fine.
Yeah, it was great.
I loved being a big daddy. That made me like.
I will say I found it frustrating. I don't know if anybody else found this. I found it bulky to move around as a big daddy in that game.
But that was intentional because you're not going to be like.
No, I know. I didn't like it though. Like that really took me out of it because I couldn't control it well. But that's just my one.
The battles were epic though because you were a big daddy and everyone was trying to come after you.
I will say though, I thought you were pretty weak as a big daddy. Though I'm like, your health is pretty shit. You're a shit big daddy. You're fucking dreadful. No wonder you got murdered by a fucking woman in a pistol.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, everyone was worried that being able to play as a big daddy, it'll be so much easier. But no, obviously you play as a big daddy, they're going to have to be a balance to be drawn. So those battles, you're going to have heaps of splices coming after you. The fucking Big Sisters. Oh my god, I could not just keep them still and fucking shoot them.
It scared the crap out of me.
I'm pretty sure I actually only played, like, one of my like run-throughs, I actually played on an easier difficulty because I was just like, well, being a big daddy, I'm not going to be this fucking weak. Like, I was like, I want to make it, like, actually a big daddy. So I went on, but I have played it on, like, the hardest difficulty.
Yep.
That was not fun.
But that's a great game. I think every podcast from the fucking first one, I've mentioned BioShock in some sort of way. But now do you know they're selling those pop toys now?
Oh my god, I want them. I want all of them.
Oh, they're so cute.
I saw you do that. I was like, oh shit.
They're going right on top of my Fallout. Or on top of the Fallout ones or beneath them. I don't know. I can't decide. I'll alternate.
I only have 2 of those figures, and one of them's Jon Snow, what I stole from my brother, and the other one's Saul Goodman.
Oh, Jon Snow.
Jon Snow. Jon Snow.
I don't even watch fucking Game of Thrones, but I know exactly of that because of Funhouse.
They are my spirit animal.
Oh, Jon Snow, look at my tit.
Too low, Jon Snow.
Oh my god! If you guys don't know who Funhouse are, please Google them.
Look them
Right now
up.
they're like,
great.
right now they're like, what the fuck are they on about? Urgent Steve!
Urgent Steve! Oh my god! Alrighty.
Next question.
Next question, number 3.
Oh,
wow,
fuck.
we're powering
How
through
many?
these. This is from Talon Fox Briars. If you could only choose one character from either Fallout 3 or New Vegas to return in Fallout 4, who would it be?
Fisto the Robo.
Oh god,
That's right. Yeah.
So, what's so special about Fisto, Nova? Tell me.
I on a spiritual level, I really like he lives the kind of life I always wanted to live. No, I just love
wow.
I just love
to assume that position.
Yeah. But jokes aside, I really love the strangest fucking characters, and like that's one thing I love about the Mad Max like movies.
Yep.
Like the characters in those movies are fucking mental.
Oh yeah.
Like in one of the characters in this game, he shows his power by wearing Christmas lights. He has Christmas lights draped around him. And he has like this little guy following behind him with a motor to power the fairy lights.
Oh my god.
I just love the wackiest characters in Fallout games.
Yep, fair enough. Rachel,
Wait, did you ever find the guy in Vegas on the side of the rock with the balls?
Who?
Am I the only one? It's like there's this character.
Do you have a name? I can go. Oh, Nova, you're not helping. You are
I don't know his name. He doesn't have a name. It's like from this failed like book where they're talking about time travel. It's like something orange, and it's. I'll find it.
You'll find it. And someone in the comments is going to mention it because
it's the fun. It's actually the funniest fucking thing I've ever read. It's just like them trying to explain time travel. They're like, imagine 4 balls on a hill, and then you push one of the balls off, and then it takes the back of the
this
like
isn't
the line.
Fallout. What?
No, it's a nod. It's an Easter egg.
Ah, interesting.
Oh, okay.
All right. What about you, Rachel?
Oh, Johnny 5 Aces or something. That's what his name is.
Johnny 5 Aces. Okay. So here we go. Johnny is a nod to the character Johnny 5 Aces. Oh my god, he looks so weird. What's his face?
Have you seen Google the original character, like the genuine character art for this character in their little game they planned. It looks like I fucking drew it blindfolded.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Just read more about that backstory, like later. Just after.
I will.
You will not be disappointed.
That's so weird. Johnny 5 Aces.
I changed my answer. I want him to come back.
Yeah.
But I also want him to be dead.
Oh my god.
You want him to be a companion so you can romance him, right?
Yeah. Except all things located to the side of the clock, it won't ever be finished.
Oh my god. All right.
That's
Rachel, what about you?
Obviously 3 Dog would great to be in the fucking game. I think we're all sad he's not going to be back.
Really sad.
And then also I think it'd be really cool for like a Yes Man type character because he was really funny.
Loved Yes Man.
Who was the robot in Good Springs?
Fisto.
I thought he was so funny.
No, it wasn't Fisto. It was the other robot in Good Springs. What was his name? The cowboy one.
No, that was in
Sims, Sheriff Sims or something?
Sheriff Sims.
What was his name?
No, it was Sheriff Slims.
Slims, yeah.
Well, that's not. I always forget the name of this town.
In the Vicky Dance Casino,
is
that what it was?
Yeah.
You know I'm a true Fallout fan.
Games are so big, you can't remember everything. I'm sorry. Oh man, yeah.
Well,
3 Dogs is a bit unfortunate.
I want that guy from fucking Novak to come back. The guy who won the lottery.
Oh yeah, that'd
be the best callback if he's just like you just meet this guy at the pub, like, oh, so how did you get here? I won the lottery.
I won the lottery.
He should come back like looking really rich, like I actually won the lottery.
Like, what the fuck? Scorpion like bites.
Oh man, but 3 Dog is such a sad case, right?
I don't want him. I kind of didn't want 3 Dog to come back, to be honest, just because I wanted new character. Like because like then I like the idea of him like a new because like he was done in Fallout 3, and I like I just wanted someone new. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
liked him.
That's
I
like
liked
fine.
him
all
as
I
a
wanted
character.
was like a little callback.
Yeah, oh, there'll be a callback. Don't get wrong. There'll be like Three Dog Easter eggs.
But
Fucking enough
like
round in.
him in it, like for like a small little moment, and then being like, "Oh, okay, back to you, Boston," or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
I would love to hear like just from other people what happened to them. Just like, well, Three Dog got addicted to drugs again and died. No, Three Dog.
Do you know what would be the
or
coolest
the bad
though?
canon, the bad ending is canon where everybody kills him.
Actually, I think killing Three Dog is the funniest thing because the radio after with Margaret is just the fucking best. Have you ever heard it?
I have.
Well, if our radio host would be here, he'd say something witty, but he can't be because someone murdered him. Well, you're stuck listening to me playing music. Hooray! I'm like,
Oh my god. But surely they could have another radio station which is like classic GNR or something like that. And we would have the old music, we would have Three Dog with new dialogue. Wouldn't that be cool?
no.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
I
know.
think it'd be
No,
great.
the thing is wouldn't he be concentrating on the capital wasteland more than like, okay, now I'm going to talk about Boston?
But
I don't know, I just
into the
Well,
story.
that's why I was thinking like whoever is in charge of the new radio, like you could get like connected with the Capital Wasteland for like a split second for like an interview, like, hey, what's going on over in the wasteland over there?
Yeah.
And Three Dogs talking, and he's like, all right, back to you, buddy. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because
I'm just
Boston's
gonna
all
say,
high tech.
I know the whatever new radio station they have, or multiple, they'll be fucking amazing. I did find it kind of annoying at the end of Fallout 3 with them only having one radio station. Like, you're just like, oh, what's coming next? Oh, I don't want to go to the,
Or
the
do you like
bongo.
violin? Because then you can get that radio station too.
Yeah, except then you're like, have to be 10 meters from that fucking hut, then you lose it.
Yeah, true.
I just love the old 50s music.
That's the best thing about Fallout. The music. I hope there's like 50
So
songs
good.
on this radio. I really do.
There'll be more than, they've already,
Well, there will be.
there'll be more than one radio station, hopefully.
Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that in the Pip-Boy demonstrations, that there will be more than one. But my thing is, like, with New Vegas, there was like less than 10 songs, wasn't
And
there?
there was no
Guitar.
Elvis music. There was no
Johnny
Elvis
Guitar?
music. I don't get that. You go to the Kings and like, yeah, we follow like the King, and then you're like, oh, where's the Elvis music? Well,
Copyright.
Yeah, there was
Copyrighted.
none.
That's really weird.
So
I kind of love Johnny
they could have
Guitar.
at least gotten one song.
Me,
I
always
like
had-
Johnny Guitar, but not after the fucking 1000th time. Like, come on. Like, after
I
a while,
have
you get
great
sick of it.
memories
I
for
know.
3 in New Vegas of like I'd be playing it and my brother would be sitting with me, and me and him would just go into like soulful renditions of songs that come up.
Well,
Like,
I do
"Ooh,
that.
Johnny
I do
Guitar
that.
again.
I do that on
With the
stream.
big iron on his hip.
Down on his hip.
That's my favorite one.
My Johnny.
For the one they call Johnny Guitar. That song has so much soul in it. Okay,
You know what's funny? I could not tell you another song from New Vegas other than Johnny Guitar and Big Iron on his hip.
Oh, big on his hip.
I got spurs that
Is that
jingle,
jingle,
jingle, jingle.
You
That's
have a
my favorite
really
one,
good
actually.
voice, Rachel. Holy shit.
No shit, she's going into
thank you.
musicals.
You have a really good voice.
Thank you.
No, oh my god, that's awesome. Can we just like sit here for the rest of the podcast
That's
and
so
you sing?
sweet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just called, like, we just get the copyright strikes.
Yeah,
Strike.
yeah. Your singing is that good. We're gonna pick up copyright strikes on the
Right.
podcast.
I'll just sing all these things and your entire thing. Even Maddie's channel gets flagged. Like,
No.
I'm trying to actually think of names now for New Vegas, the actual names of the song. I know the lyrics, but not the names.
I remember now. I got Spurs at Jingle Jangle Jingle.
oh, ain't that
Oh,
that kick in the head was a good one.
Can you
A
sing
Blue
that for us,
Moon?
Rachel? Rachel, you gotta sing it. I can't remember it. I put her on the spot, haven't
Oh fuck! How does it start? How does it start? I don't remember how it starts.
what
Okay.
song was it?
Ain't that a kick in the head?
Ain't that a kick in the head? Oh, Heartache by the Number. That's another one.
Oh my god, this is excellent.
Oh, that one was gross. I didn't like that one.
Alright, hold on. Here's a random question that I'm gonna put out there.
Oh,
What's
what?
your favorite song from either Fallout game? From any radio?
Oh, what's the one about the roads being the dustiest?
Way Back Home. That's my favorite.
I fucking love it because it's like also the most retarded song because they're like, the gates are the rusties. Like, really? That you made that into your lyrics?
I really liked Wonderful Guy because it's actually from South Pacific, the musical.
Oh, yeah, I like that song too.
It's a good one.
I had a friend who missed it. Do you know that song in Flight 3 about like, I'm so corny? He always thought that line was horny.
I did at first too, before I knew what it was from, and then I looked it up. Yeah.
Well, did you know that the Butcher Pete song's actually about a fucking a gigolo?
Yeah, I fucking love Butcher Pete.
Yeah, it's not actually about a murderer. I didn't know that.
Oh.
I thought it was about a rapist.
Yeah, no, isn't that what it is? Like something along those lines?
No, I thought it's a gigolo, not a rapist. Because then, like,
gigolo. Okay.
Listen to the second part. It's like he gets out of jail, and all the
that guy's
wives
voice is so fucking great, though.
Hey,
everybody,
go,
Butcher Pete.
Oh my god, I'm in love with your voice, Rachel.
I love it because right now it's like she's trying to be like I'm not sure, but like I'm pretty sure the song's sung by a deep jazz like person who's
and she changes the tone of her voice to match it.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
You gotta get into it, Nova. You gotta do it.
Sorry.
But Way Back Home, man, that song was incredible.
The only thing that and then I don't know why I left the homestead. That's the only part of the.
I love that one.
Wait, which one's that one? Oh, hold on, Rachel. What's that one?
It's like, I don't know, I left the homestead. I really must confess. Something.
Baby song about being lonely.
Back
home.
The pies were the crustiest.
I remember that podcast, the live thing where everyone's just like, "You're a great singer," and then you're like, "No, I'm not." Tom, they're like, "You're terrible. You're awful."
I'm a bad singer. Why are people saying I'm a good singer? I'm shocking. I'm like, my voice breaks and everything.
Well, Lauren, look at the right side. In this podcast, you're not the worst singer. I'm here.
Oh, you're okay. Well, at least by comparison, like Rachel's like right up there, and then we're both fucking down the bottom. Like there's Rachel,
right
there's
now,
great, good, normal,
that,
50 pieces of fucking shit, and then us. Like that's what it is.
I want Rachel now just to make a YouTube channel where she just covers Fallout music.
I should do that.
Leave your suggestions for Rachel to sing.
Sing. I'm sorry. I'm as horny as. Well, actually, that reminds me. There's this musician I also love called Richard Cheese.
His name is Richard Cheese.
Yeah, no, that's his stage name. And what he does is like he does jazz lounge versions of like these like raps. Like there's that do you know that rap about being like where it's just like I'm so horny. He just does this jazz lounge version. What's like the fucking best thing ever.
I'm gonna have to Google that afterwards.
I'll send you a link to it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Oh man, this is excellent. All right, so second last question. We're getting there. We're getting there. So Stu asks.
God, there were more questions.
I know. Stu at Vault Dweeb asks, "What is your new favorite feature that Bethesda have added, obviously to Fallout 4?"
House building, settlement building.
Mm-hmm. Rachel?
Yeah, I'm so excited for that.
Anything else?
There's so many. I don't know how to choose my favorite.
Armored layers,
house building, like settlement building. The new and improved crafting.
Yeah.
Like so good.
Like I'm just made a video about this, and people were like, "Oh, what about weapon customization?" I'm like, it's always been there. It's just much better now.
It was fucking dreadful in Fallout 3, and then in Fallout New Vegas, it was still.
Oh, it was so dumb.
Yeah. Like, I don't want just 3 fucking attachments for one weapon. What does that do?
I never upgraded. I upgraded my hunting rifle in Fallout. Then, like, I didn't make any weapons in Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
I was like, I could make them, or I could fucking not, because that'd be a waste of my time.
Yeah.
I think the coolest thing, though, is that mods are going to be available on console now. I think that, above all, is
I'm still wondering
awesome.
how that's actually going to work. Like, on an actual technical thing. Like, there'd be a limit for how big mods could be and how many mods you could have. Otherwise, you could just rack up, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they're not.
It won't be exactly the same as the PC.
Yeah. Yet again, they weren't just like, we're going to put this in. They've probably been like, can we do this? Possibly.
Yeah, but that's just going to have to pre-approve all of them.
Yeah.
I think
how
the way
they do that, and
it's not going to be. They're not going to be graphics mods. Obviously, Xbox One just can't handle it. If the game was going to look better, it would look better. But they're dealing with that. I think the kinds of mods that we're going to get are a lot of fucking weapon mods and armor mods, definitely, and then big quest mods because they'll just be loaded like a regular DLC.
Yeah. Just wondering how like. Also, I'm wondering with mods how voice the like protagonists work because.
That's the thing, right?
I feel like they're just gonna.
I saw a lot of people tweeting Brian, being like, "Would you do like mods? Like, would he do it?" And then he's just like, "I don't know if I'm allowed to, so I don't know if it would work."
I feel like they'll just get someone who sounds somewhat similar. It's like, sorry, I can't hear you. Like, that's kind of Brian.
Yeah, it's kind of Brian, but not really.
They don't get someone who sounds like Courtney Taylor, so they just get the same person who's Brian voice doing that.
Yeah.
Or I feel like they'll just go back to doing like just have the subtitles there, like that.
It's an interesting one because obviously you're gonna have the dialogue wheel. I think the way it will work, someone's gonna create a mod that changes the dialogue wheel, so it's not a wheel anymore. It's like your typical Fallout 3 in New Vegas, and then the person will just be silent.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
I don't see the point. I will say I will miss the ability of when you're talking to people how you do the fucking strange zoom in. Like I always imagine your character just took like 5 steps forward.
No, your neck is like broken. It's just like
he doesn't blink. He doesn't blink at all. His eyes.
Imagine you're like literally staring at them that close, and they're super uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're like, well, will you undo that bomb in Megaton? And you just breathe.
Wait, when you do it to Boone in New Vegas, and you undress Boone, he's like, "Please give me back my beret, please." Did you guys ever get that?
Yeah,
that was so
I know,
got so upset when you stole his
But then
hat.
I gave it back to him and he didn't put it back on. And I was like, you jerk.
I'm good. Take it again. Give me back my hat.
But you have to take away every other clothing because he's going to wear what's best for him. That's the only way he can get his beret back on. Really? And it didn't work.
I feel like Boone wants to dress up like that picture used for that thumbnail once for the romance. Oh, it's him just wrapped to the American flag.
And there's another one as well where Boone's lying on his side with a glass of wine. Like, yeah, I'd do it.
One of my favorite ones at the moment is there's like I've been spamming it to people. It's one like a Caesar's Legion guy. He has like no shirt on and he's just like in a really like open position. Like, well, fuck, this is strange. Okay.
Real provocative position. Yeah, romancing in Fallout 4 is going to be interesting.
Okay,
anyway,
next question?
Next question. We're going to talk about that. So, Dylan asks, what do you guys think of romancing in-game? I personally think Witcher 3 did it the best. Now, I didn't play Witcher 3, but I've seen the videos. I've seen the glitches as well, which are fucking hilarious. But I've seen how, like, sensual it really gets. Like, he's in the bath and the water's just, like, glimmering off of his body.
You have sex on a, like, unicorn thing or some
Oh my god, that's the best.
Wait, what?
A fake unicorn. You can
have sex on a fake unicorn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, what? So,
what, Lone, you've never done that before?
No, I don't like it's a thing, right?
Out of your high number of people you've slept with, you've never
we're not getting into that. We're not getting into
Sorry, can you please make the thumbnail for Witcher 3 just like them on... not this, sorry, for this podcast, just to be them on the unicorn? Like,
I will get Maddie. I will get Maddie to make the thumbnail if he does it. The Boone one where he's just like lying on his side with a glass of wine. That's hopefully I can get the thumbnail to be that. But
just imagine him sipping the wine, being like, "My wife is dead."
Actually, I saw this picture and it's like, you know, all those straight out Compton ones. It was just like straight out of Wives. I'm actually disappointed you can't romance the Codsworth and Fallout 4. Like, I understand the dog you can't romance. You're like, okay, that's fucking animal. But we had Fisto the robot in Fallout New Vegas.
I feel like there should at least be like an attempt at romance.
Yeah.
And then Codsworth can just shut you down and be like, I'm not programmed for that, dude. Back
off. Just like, after all this time working together, I just can't see us doing it.
Yeah. And Codsworth doing it in his funny voice.
Oh, Mr. Howard, Mr. Fuckface, Mr. Fuckface. Oh,
Mr. Fuckface. Did you require anything that's not sexual attention? Because I can make food.
I always found it hilarious though when they first announced that the E3, and then people were like, oh, they're trying to they're trying to like label us, and you can't be in a gay like relationship. I'm like, just slow down there. I don't think Todd Howard is trying to oppress you, Tumblr.
No.
It's just like them jumping the gun on, oh, there's no female protagonist. Like,
I can't believe that actually became a thing. Like, holy shit, 3 and New Vegas had a female protagonist. Why would they not do it?
Every Fallout game has had a female protagonist.
Yeah.
Except for except for Fallout 1 and 2, or can you change that?
1 and 2 you can be female.
Well, there you go. So every Fallout game, why would they have changed it?
Fallout 2 you could have gay marriages.
Because they didn't mention it in any of the ads, so then feminist extremists, because some feminists are, like, most feminists are okay. Like, it's not, like, feminism is a good, decent thing.
Of course,
but like it's like a lot of things.
Everything.
The vocal things, the vocal people like give it a bad name, so they just automatically jump the gun and go, oh, you're oppressing women by not putting them in your game.
Yeah.
And then Todd Howard has to mention it at E3 and be like, yeah, there you go, you fucking idiots. No protagonist.
Do I need to tell you can be a woman? Do I really?
Look who's laughing now.
I would love if he didn't mention that, so then everyone gets angry. They don't mention that, and then when it's released, they're like, oh,
and
wait,
then Pete Hines has to say, like, are you fucking stupid? Of course there's a female protagonist.
I know, like, I was so, like, angry thinking at that stage. Of course there is, like, and they've usually done it in their marketing for 3 in New Vegas, I believe, anyways, where they typically just show the male protagonist. Now that is unfortunate.
That's just because it's the default character. Like when you first open, that's the character. Like they're probably not like, okay, let's go into deep detail. They're like, okay, fuck it, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine enough.
Yeah,
like you see in their thing, their character they used for all their promotion is just the default male who looks like a poor man's Colin Farrell, whatever his name is.
Yeah, like a really basic white man look. Like it's default, as you said, but you can take it from there. I still was baffled by the fact that people were like, oh my god, I can't believe this. And then with the whole being able to romance any gender, people were like, well, why do we get to romance any gender? Let's just, why does it have to be like that? I'm like, because fucking that's real life. People have sex with other genders.
That
what's
makes
wrong?
me think now that your wife would be your beard. Your wife is your beard, and you got a family. You're never just ready to come out, and you just decide to have your fun.
That is excellent. Do you know what I really hope though is that you can like create like a male or female character that have like the other gender's features, because it's so unique now. So you can even have like gender fluid characters. I think that would be really cool.
I think you probably can, because
I don't maybe I don't, but I don't think when Bethesda was let's
they weren't thinking of that, right? But it's just
they would just been like, let's just put in the bait. Like if you want to be gender fluid, you role play as being gender fluid.
Yeah, and it's about role play, and it's about freedom and being able to do what you want.
Now it's about sexy role play as well.
Yeah, and just not having sex with robots and dogs. That's the line.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, so we are literally on the cusp of 2 hours.
Woo!
So Rachel and Nova, thank you so much for joining us on this podcast. It's been an absolute blast. We've had a lot of good banter, I will be honest. And for those of you that say, even at this stage, that we don't get other guests on other than special guests,
well, you're wrong.
Luke is laughing
you're
now.
So wrong. Look at this.
No, you're only wrong because it's not them.
Yep. Yeah. It's hard. Look, it's hard to try and get, because we're always trying to get special guests on because it makes for really good videos. But obviously as well, getting viewers on and fans on, that makes for great videos as well. And we try to do that. And we've done it on a number of occasions now. So again, keep commenting, keep using the hashtag H.A.M Radio time, and hopefully you get the chance to get on the podcast. But what we're going to do now, like I like to end my podcasts, we are going to have the guests rather, actually end the podcast. So you guys are going to have to fight it out between you two, because I'm just going to go silent in
Butcher Pete.
5 seconds.
Can we both do stuff?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, go ahead. You're going to have to talk between yourselves.
Before we close it out, I'm going to do a shameless self-plug for anybody who's in the Vancouver
Same here. I'm going to self-plug as well, Rachel.
Go ahead. All right, I want to stop talking now. You guys end it. Go.
All right. So if you're in the Vancouver area in Canada, you should totally come see Rocky Horror Picture Show at Capilano University. The dates are on the website. If you go to capilanau.ca, you can look up that stuff there, and you can buy tickets, and it's going to be super great. It's in the middle of October, and it's going to be really fun, and I'm in it. So you should come.
My
Yay.
self-plug is I am now also completely featured on the other podcast I do. It's the Pre-War podcast.
Traitor.
Woo!
Hey, shut up, Lauren. I'm your opposite. Like they're like, oh, we need Australian. Let's get an overall. I'm joking. Yeah, so I'm on that podcast a lot, and if you were like, I want to be a fan, go on that podcast. Yeah,
that's funny. All right, end it.
follow me on Twitter. Also, look at me on Twitter. I want 1,000 Twitter.
Your handles will be on the screen. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. Can I one question, Lauren? Can my picture? Because do you know I have to always have the default picture? Can you have it as sexy boon? So that people watching it with no context till like near the end.
I said I wasn't going to say anything, but I couldn't stop laughing. Oh my god! I will get Maddie to make it sexy boon. I will try.
Thank you, Maddie.
Oh man! All right, end the podcast, guys. It's up to you.
Hey everybody, this is me. Put your feet.
Oh, Pete just flew into the town. He's shoving all the women's feet. Whacking and whacking.
Bye, guys. Have fun listening to all this crap.